Hi friends, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I am starting a new journal series. We are going to make a large altered book journal together. So I did one of these like years ago on my channel and showed you how to, work with the book, and then gave all different kinds of page ideas and how to do that. So we're going to do something similar, but that was a small one, and I just have some ideas of how I can use some of the books I've acquired in recent months to make something quite interesting, I hope. And I hope you're interested in this. So I haven't decided which one yet. I chose two books that I have. This one is about cruel embroidery, and it says it's the book club edition, and it's got a 1962 copyright. The paper feels good. It has, some natural aging and things like that, but it looks like a good option. And then this one I got fairly recently. It's called Envisioning Information, and this one was 1990, and it looks like it's just all kinds of stuff. Both of these I think will be fun to work with, and the paper feels good. There's a little more color here in this one. Let's see what the covers look like without these. Now you can save these and use this paper for things, and I'm definitely going to do that with both of the jacket covers. I mean, this alone might end up being something that could be on the cover. This one may need to be wiped down a little bit better. Okay, I like them both. And with an altered book journal, you can leave it. This one's kind of linen, or you can, build a journal topper. Like I said, that might be fun with this one. This one's a touch larger. I'm leaning towards that one only because I have a lot of ideas, I think, of what I might be able to do with this one that's different. So I'm going to save this one, I think. I love these papers, and I want to give this book some more thought. So I'm going to set it aside. A sampler. That's cool. You got to try all the different embroidery techniques, and she made a little vest. Okay, so one thing when I'm doing this, I always look for a book that is not glued together, but sewn together. Now, again, I've made one with pages that are glued together. See the stitching of the pages? And when you do that, you just very carefully, I found my ruler, y'all, like hold a flat edge or something and you tear pages out. I will do that, but I do prefer, when possible, to pull the strings. So what I do is I start with doing like every other group. So let's just see how hard this is. Now, a seam ripper like I'm using does make it, oh gosh, this one, I picked a challenging book for us. It has, let's see, this is the second one. Woo! I'm going to use the paper, of course, whether I use it, a lot of it will get used in this journal, but I will also use it for other journals. You guys can see my head, my hair is up and it's wet. I just took a shower. Anyway, I'm going to sit here and try to pop these strings and then show you guys kind of some of the other things I'm going to do to get this book prepped. This is obviously part one in the series. And again, let me know if this is something that interests you. If you're going to look for a book and play along, well, I'm really having to dig in here. Probably the older book would have been a little easier to take apart. Of course, now I am feeling the need. Some older books, too, will only have like 3. This is a large, a tall book, but it just kind of depends. Okay, I think I've gotten through them. Now, let's see. 1, 2, And this one's coming out 3. And I think, all right, those are not going to come out. So these are going to be pages that get left in the journal for us to work with. And if I get to the next section where there's strings, I'm going to skip this one. And I'm hoping this is going to work with this book. It should. Now I have to keep turning. Sometimes you can find it a little bit easier, you know, just kind of by looking here. Hoping if I pop it a little, it's gonna, and it should get easier for me to grab these. That was probably the hardest signature I've ever ripped out of a book. Now you can use this strategy even if you're not going to make an altered book to get your large pages. I've shown this before because a lot of times I like to use these double spreads for folios and one-page wonders and things that are a little bit different size. Oh, yep, I just stabbed myself, but it didn't hurt, and we're going to keep going. This is not for the faint of heart when it's tight like this. And my mother's seam ripper that I used for years, oops, I am bleeding a touch, that she used to sew, it was a better quality than this one. The metal part did not break. It was very, very sturdy, but the handle, the plastic just rotted away on it. It was very old. And this one is not nearly as sturdy. So, all right. And they should, if you just, you know, tug gently, just like that, come out. And what we're doing here, okay, that's the last one that's going to come out. What we're doing here is creating space, okay? And what I may find is I want to take all of them out. I'm going to see what it looks like when I get a few more, and just leave, you know, it won't be, I would want to see how many pages that would leave me with, because then I can extend pages. I can add by gluing down, you know, flippy pages, and I may decide I like that even better, because leaving, you know, this huge section, I mean, that's a lot, and it doesn't give us much room, you know, for extra embellishments. If I do it this way though, because there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, this wouldn't be a junk journal with very many pages. I'm going to think through it. All right, this is the one for now that we're skipping. See, if I go here, I can kind of see what I'm doing. I know it's hard for you guys to see it, but okay, so while I'm doing this, make sure that you give the video a thumbs up and drop me a comment and tell me what you're working on. I am in the midst of a lot of Christmas projects, a lot of Christmas journals. I love making ephemera, especially at Christmas time. So more coming. Don't worry. We're still right at the end of November, so we still have some good crafting season ahead of us. Today that I'm filming this, I didn't know that I was going to get to film a video today. I'm skipping that one for a second. Is Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I have been cooking since early this morning, doing prep work. So we are a Southern family. And we, I'm cooking. So we have a really fun menu, a yummy menu planned. This one's giving me a fit. And so I did a lot of the prep today. Like I made our dressing that we're going to have with our turkey, and it's in a casserole dish, ready to be baked tomorrow. It's in the fridge. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to skip the next one and then remove one, and then I'm going to make a decision about this. But anyway, so what did I do? I did the dressing. I made a corn pudding, and it's ready to be baked tomorrow. I made a sweet potato casserole, and it's ready to be baked. And I made a, I got the potatoes ready for mashed potatoes. I have never done my mashed potatoes in the crock pot where you, instead of, I guess, just boiling them in a pot on the stove, you cook them in your slow cooker. And I just have a lot going on and a lot of people. And I saw that on YouTube. And I thought, well, we're going to try it this year. So all the potatoes are already peeled and diced or cubed and are in the fridge to then be cooked in the slow cooker, the crock pot tomorrow. And then what else? Oh, we're not going to eat tomorrow until about dinner time. A lot of times we'll do Thanksgiving, you know, mid to kind of late afternoon. Look, I just broke it. Remember I said the metal didn't break on the one that was 60 something years old. This one just did. Whoops. I just turned my camera. Let me check and make sure it's okay. This is a big book I'm working on. It looks okay. Let me see if I can get this piece of metal out of my book. Anyway, so that's done. So because we're going to be eating later and people are going to be hanging out and playing games and doing stuff, I also made a big breakfast casserole because people will be getting here about probably brunch time. I'm going to see if this can still work or if I have to get a different one out. So I've got that. It's one of those that you can make the day before and then bake when, you know, the day you're going to serve it. And then what else? I was busy. Oh, and then my mom used to always make these seasoned oyster crackers.
I found this on the web.
Oh, I don't want my watch talking to me. And so I made a big batch of those because my brother and my daughter Julie love those to have something to snack on. And we're going to do, my husband's going to smoke a ham tomorrow, and I'm going to cook the turkey, or we'll cook the turkey. And we're going to have some other veggies that I'll make tomorrow. So anyway, big menu. Lots of people. Okay. So anyway, I didn't think I was going to have time to make this video. And I got all of that done. And I'm like, well, I have a few hours, so I'm going to work on this. I'll give y'all a video, I think, for Saturday. I have some things already done that was going to get us through Friday. May not have anything for Sunday, but we'll see. Okay, and if I skip that one, I'm trying to decide. It depends on how many pages you want. I've created space for us, but there's still a lot of pages. Let me see. I'm just trying to decide. There'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. You know what? I'm going to take these out. So you can sit here. You can sit here and watch me do this, or you can hit fast forward. I may just take this one out and then take the rest of them out off camera, and then do a couple other things that I had thought about for today. See how much easier that was now that I've got some space in here. I think that was the last one. Yeah, this is going to be fun because then I'm going to build a bunch of pages on here. Okay, so off camera, before we come back for part 2, I am going to remove the rest of the bulk, but that leaves just a few pages that would have been there per signature. All right. Now what's going to be fun is going back then, and I think I'm going to make this one super eclectic. I don't think it's going to be a Christmas journal, but use a lot of different vintage papers, digital paper kits, maybe some scrapbook paper and things, but just make it nice and junky. Use some junk mail, use just stuff, okay? But let me show you the idea now that I have space here, you know, in the spine, and I may want some extras. Look at that. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't remove that page. I guess they were looking at something to do, you know, with this triangle or a pyramid, right? Super cool. I will definitely have fun playing with that. We could even make one, or other ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick a page, and then I'm going to go back, and I'm not going to worry about, I mean, in fact, I don't really even want them to be in order. I just picked the one off of the top, and we know these are the same height. But I'm going to go over to my big trimmer and just trim this off real quick. I'll be right back. I have my lovely microphone with me, so you guys should still be able to hear me just fine. I went ahead and cut these apart. I did not keep them together just for this one, because I'm just going to show you some simple ways where we can attach some pages to do some different things. So one, and again, whatever size your book is, you know, will be what you do. I can, if I want to make this one a little bit smaller in height, I can. I'm going to do some like that here in a moment though. All right, so I can do something as simple as just put a hinge and then glue it in. I will probably go through here with some tiny scissors later and trim some of this up, or I may leave it. I kind of think it's kind of cool. All right, so I am going to just add this down. So an altered book journal, or at least to me, is, you know, just an opportunity. Oh, that was part of the sponge from one of my distress inks. I don't know where that had been, that little piece. But okay, so now see, I can go back through and add some pages and we'll have some different sizes and some different things going on. Let me go to another section. All right, I know this piece is not going to be going anywhere. So I'm going to grab this one. This time, I'm going to go ahead and fold up, and this will probably one day eventually get covered, right? And some fun things. And I'm going to do the hinge here because, again, I have a little bit wider margin. Okay, so now it's going to be like this. I'm going to cut a little triangle out. And again, you don't have to do this part, but I'm just doing it. I'm mitering those corners. So now I'm going to glue it like that. Glue this down. So when we get to this one, it's going to be a shorter page. Just depends on where I decide to put it. And I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going, you know, let's do it on this page just to be different. So we'll get here and it will open this way and we'll have a big pocket. All right. So you could have cut this off, but I just decided it'll be a very roomy pocket with that hinge there, and then just glue along this edge. Okay. Again, there's going to be so many different things we can do. I'm just going to show you a few page, you know, add a page ideas today. All right. I just kind of picked a spot. I am going to try to get it straight. I'm sure I'll put page edgers, all kinds of fun things on here later. Okay? And all these pages I'm going to have to play with. All right, so because the other pages are missing now, as we add bulk, you know, this one may bloom, but I have more room to play than if I just tried to start decorating the pages without removing any, and it's way too tight. Plus, this gives us all these pages to play with. All right, let's do one back here. And again, like, I know this page isn't going anywhere, just to have a different page. Isn't that cool? That's going to be fun to do something with. Let's take this one and not cut it apart and see what we can come up with. And again, I'm just kind of doing these on the fly. So, you know, let's make this one, the pocket, a little more shallow. Or I think I'm going to make multiple pockets. I'm going to fold this in. Don't cross over that center part. Okay, I folded that one in. And this one, let's make a different size. Let's just arbitrarily fold it, okay? Because when we get here, we're gonna do some fun things. I don't know what yet. Like, there's none of the paper that I want to cover up. I may go back to this. And I am going to trim this out. Don't worry. I'm just getting a sense right now. If we did it here, or, you know, somewhere on the page, it would open like this and like this. And we could have a pocket and here and a pocket. I'm going to make it a little shorter. And then we can do something with the other portion as well. I'm going to make this 6.5 inches tall. I don't know what I'll do with this, but I have it if I want it. Trying to decide which piece do I want to glue down. Okay, before I do that, let's cut these apart just a little bit. And I'm not taking time to ink right now. Later, I may wish that I had, because I'm sure I'm going to be doing a lot of inking in this journal. But just do a tiny sliver to cut the score out right up to where you're folding. It's just going to make everything, hopefully, fold up a little bit nicer. I got a little wide on that one. All right. And then one more. And again, I know y'all can't see because I didn't ink it, but I'm just cutting out the foldy part, the scored part. All right. And you could leave these as some flips if you want to. I'm going to turn mine into pockets. And no telling what will end up being on here or on the other pages. All right, and then I'll show you my plan for sticking it to the page. So by the time you guys are watching this, Thanksgiving will be over. I am planning to do some fun shopping and hang out with my best friend who will be here through Sunday. So that's why I said there may not be a video on Sunday. There might, I don't know. Or I may put up one later in the day, depending. I'm not sure what time she's leaving yet. But again, I hope you had a lovely holiday. Drop me a comment and let me know what you're thinking and how everything went, what you ate. I would love to hear what people eat. I'm very fascinated by that. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it, and I'm going to put it, see, the more you put towards the spine, the more space it takes up. If you put out on that, or the more pressure it puts on that spine. I kind of want it there. Let me see. It would be okay here. All right, now, a lot of times when I'm just thinking, when I fold things like this or attach things, I will leave a pocket, like, so a tuck spot. I'm now thinking I want, even though, see, I like this circle and I've been trying to save it. But if I did it this way, I have all those circles. I'm definitely going to like it better because I get to have this edge as the cover, which was my whole point of folding them not exactly the same. So I'm going to do that. We're going to glue it down here. Now, I don't know if I want this to be a tuck spot, but since I don't know, I am going to glue it that way. So I'm going to put, holding my hammer, I want to leave it open. I'm going to put glue on 3 sides. It'll be a side load pocket, or I never have to use it if I don't want to. I'm going to put it about right there. All right, now it opens up like this. Like I said, I kept going back to the other option because I was thinking I didn't want to glue down the circle, but there we go. Now, this can end up with a tab like on it with a piece of Velcro to help keep it closed. Before I glued it down, we could have done like a ribbon and tied a ribbon closure and it opens up. But now we have all of these fun pockets. Okay. All right. Love it. Love it. All right. So that was 3 ideas. Let's do something that will be like a page flip up, like something that flips up, maybe even up and down. Let's go ahead and just take this one out. I don't want to accidentally build on a page. I don't think I will, but this is so much easier now that I have a lot of the bulk out. I'm able to hold it down, jab away from my finger. So much fun, right? Okay. Did I miss one? I think we're okay. All right, here we go. Those came out together. I think that was the last one. I think 3 come out each time. Okay. I'll keep going back to check. I think I'm going to like this because I'm going to be able to do lots of fun page ideas with you guys. Excuse me. Let's do, oh, look at those birds. Yay. Let's do something here. I've done a lot here though. So maybe here. Sure. We'll do something here on this side. Okie dokie. Now, this might be where I want to cut 2 apart again. I can also just tear it. I'm going to tear it like that. Now I have 2. There's some music. There's so many different things in this book. That was one of the things that intrigued me about considering this one. Now, I don't think I need like a full page flip. You know, that's a lot. But we could have fun. Let's fold it in half. And I am going to, I didn't get it out because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but we are walking around my craft room and I am going to, I don't know which one I want to use. That's the one that acts up. We'll use this one because I found it first. I am getting a page edge punch. Don't know if this is going to work. I'm making this up as I go, friends. All right. We're going to punch on the folded side so that we'll end up with 2 pieces of paper. I'm going to start approximately in the middle. Okay, so it does this kind of scallop. Whoops. And then I'm going to punch all the way both sides. And then we will see if the idea I have for how to install this on the page works. I don't know. This will be new to me too. Okay, all those pieces. Now, if you don't have one of these, you know, you can just cut the paper. You could also use some of the fun scissors with the fun edges and just, you know, cut it off. Lots of options to get a fun edge. All right, so what I am thinking, this we will add some ink to because it's going to be hard, I think, to appreciate my fun edge if you can't really see it. And okay, and then some ink on. I kind of want to see this, and it, you know, it doesn't have to match up to the page. It would if I used the other side, but hey, I'm going to be different. And I know some people get really upset when they see us take books apart, or they feel we're destroying a book, and I apologize. If that is you, then this, you know, it's not your cup of tea, and that's okay. But I feel like this book probably would have ended up rotting or heading to the landfill or just, you know, collecting dust. And this is giving it where it will be loved and treasured and given new life. So that's my story and how I kind of justify this. Okay. Now I am going to, and I could score this, but again, I'm just having fun. I'm not measuring, I'm just folding. I'm going to do a hinge here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to try to make these meet. I'm going to have like a gap in between. So, and I'm not even mitering it. I'm just going to glue it down like this, and I'm going to not come all the way to the bottom. It fits in here. I could have inked that before I put it in. I didn't. This is what happens when Pam just, you know, wings it, right? Okay. But this is sometimes my favorite kind of junk journaling. It's just saying, okay, let's just get paper and start playing and see what we can create. All right. So I haven't decided, you know, what all we'll do in part 2. I will definitely have the pages out of the book. Tell me if there's something, you know, you definitely know you want to see first. Like, you know, do you want to see pocket ideas? Do you want to see tuck spots? Do you want to see, you know, more ways to extend and have more pages in the journal? You know, tell me what it is you think you'd like to see. All right, when we get to this one, it's going to open like this. Now, I can put some kind of fun closure. I can reinforce it if I want to. We can put a tab here and a tab here and Velcro them down. Put neutral for journal and writing space. I mean, there's just so many things. So it's just ready for when I'm ready to start thinking about that. See? All right. I was thinking that I may do, I have one other idea I know I don't want to forget about. Don't you guys love it? I know I don't want to forget about it. So, oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? I don't want to cover that up. Let's do one. I want to attach one, and I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. Whoops, I keep hitting that. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to working in a book this big. I'm going to have to think about that. Okay. That is the not broken one. The broken one is going in the trash bin. That was too bad. These were not expensive at all, so I guess I need to invest in one that is sturdier. Okay. I want to attach a page and then kind of fold it up in here, but make this like a pocket. So again, not sure yet how I'm going to do it. I probably should fold it before I get started just to make sure I like it. So if that's going to be a pocket, I know I've got to get a fold in here. So how deep do I want that side load pocket? I think I'm going to go that big. Okay. And eventually it's going to get attached in the book and load this way is my plan. So this paper could come over like this. And then come back like this, and then come over like this. Now, let's see. I was doing that in an attempt not to hit my hammer. Okay, it could open like this, and it could open like this, and then we have that tuck spot. Okay, I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of ink. Because once I did that one piece, I was like, oh, I like how that's looking. Of course, because you know me, I love ink. Go ahead and get on this side. All right, the rest can be done later. Okay, this is how it's going to get installed, and this is going to be a pocket. So, glue here, here, and here. It's going to be a tuck spot. Or I could, you know, add glue and make smaller pockets. Don't know what I want to do yet. I'm going to come, I don't know, not quite 1/4 of an inch from the page edge. And lay it down. I may reinforce this, like I may put like a strip of washi tape, something like that when I'm ready to start decorating. We have a pocket. Okay. And then we have this extended page. All right. Keep making sure y'all are on camera. So you would open and open and open, or we can do other things later and decide. But now we've added another page back in. It's looking pretty good. All right. I hope you guys like this. If you haven't, like I said, I don't think it's going to be a specific theme, but if you have some things you want to see and that you think would be cool or something I should consider, let me know. This will be an ongoing series, kind of in between doing some Christmas crafts here over the next few weeks. All right. I hope you like it. And until next time, have a great day. Take care, everyone.